Hello everybody, just wanted to make a quick video. As you know, last night was the memorial at the Jehovah's Witnesses Kingdom Hall, and in spite of the fact that it's the wrong date, they messed it up by a month. I went ahead and went, but that was mostly for my family's sake. What was interesting is that I had emailed one of the elders in the congregation. That's uh, someone I really like. He's a real nice man, and I had emailed him a couple of weeks ago, and I just basically asked him. I did some research beforehand before I emailed him, basically stating that this was wrong and what happened and why did the society mess up, or if he knew anything. I'd really like to know, because this to me was disturbing, right? So because I've never really um, experienced that before. Not that it hasn't happened in the past, but every time, for quite a number of years now, every time that I would look at the calendar, I would see that it always coincided with the Passover. And this year, that didn't happen. It's coincided with just Easter, and that's it. And I really thought, well, maybe they got some reason for this, and I'd really like to know. And not that I believe that them screwing it up can justify anything, but it's just really a good question. I wasn't trying to rile anybody up or anything like that. I was just a question that was just really I had, and I backed it up with all my research, and didn't hear for a long time until last night, just as we were getting ready to go, or just prior to getting ready to go. He emailed me back, which really surprised me. And it didn't say much. He just said, "I'm sorry, I haven't got a chance to uh, do any research on this." He says, "Give me some time and I'll answer it for you." I said, so I emailed him back and I said, "Yeah, that sounds good. I look forward to it." So we went ahead and got there, and he came kind of late, like he always does. He usually gets there just before the meeting starts, and he's always done that. And so afterward, I went up and I talked to him, and we just kind of would shoot the breeze for a little while, and then he finally said, "I am going to look into that." He says, "I'm glad you brought it to my attention." I said, "Okay, who knows? Maybe maybe it'll be a good thing. Um, Whatever. Maybe it won't change his mind. It doesn't matter. I really thought it was something worth mentioning, and yeah, it was a good thing. I really do. I really do think that. But what was interesting was the fact that it seemed like there wasn't that packed in there like it has in the past. Wasn't that many people in there, and I mean, it was pretty full, but not like it has been. My wife claims it's because they increased the capacity for because of fire safety. Maybe that's why, but it just seemed like there wasn't that many people there. But what really bothered me above and beyond that was it seems like they constantly changing the outline for that talk. And this year, it there was just very little mention of Jesus Christ at all. Just the fact that he died for our sins, and that was basically all. The rest was just filled with fluff um, and the fact that most people don't partake, and this is why. But it focused very little on Jesus, and that bothered me because that's what this is all about. The scriptures say, keep doing this in remembrance of me. So this is about him. And as far as I'm concerned, in the way the outlines have been before years ago, have always focused on that. And perhaps not as much as it should have been, but it still did. Now it's very little. And that was very bothersome as far as I'm concerned. So, but like I said, I went for the sake of my family. I will commemorate that memorial occasion at the proper time in another month. And that's what I plan on doing. But what was funny was a good amount of people came up and said hello and shook my hand and asked how I was doing. And the rest, a good half, basically, the other half didn't come up to me at all. As a matter of fact, they walked by and looked at me, acting like they didn't know who I was. And that's fine. That really doesn't bother me. Because this congregation is pretty friendly. Everybody's, pretty nice for the most part. But some perhaps probably feel that I've done something wrong, which I haven't. Besides make these videos. But that's beside the point. You get to see things after a while. When you're not around, you come back, yeah, it's there. And that's fine. It's not like I have that many friends there or had that many friends there. But it's nice to see that some will continue to be nice no matter what. And that's good. That gives you hope. It gives you hope that people are really thinking about certain things. But yeah, it was interesting. Really bizarre. It was bizarre because of how they've changed that outline and how it really kind of stood out as this is just not the right thing, and they're really screwing it up. And I'm sure many have addressed this issue with others. I know some people have actually called the society and didn't get really much of a response, and I don't really expect to get much of a response either. My whole sole purpose in that was to just let somebody know, hey, something's wrong here, and who knows what'll come from that. But I just know that deep in my heart that they're not doing the right thing anymore, and they haven't for quite a long time. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. Excuse my hoarseness. I can just cut back from dialysis, and that makes me feel like a dried up raisin. But thanks for watching, guys, and keep fighting, and keep sending love to each other. That's what it's all about. And thanks for watching, and my love to everybody. Take care.